Faribault. Well, we are here. Royal Ross is sitting next to me with a Faribault Falcon football shirt on. I'm Gordy Kosfeld. I'm sitting with a Faribault Falcon camouflage sweatshirt on. And we are accompanied by one of the cheerleaders for Faribault Senior High School.
Yeah. Good morning, Gordy. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good. Have you had breakfast at Jana's Marketplace yet?
Not today.
Not today.
And I don't know if I'll have time. You know, I got a Carleton football game after this.
You're a busy man.
They are hosting the nationally rated St. John's Johnnies. St. Olaf is at home as well against St. Scholastica. And that's where I head next week. I go to Duluth next week.
Turn the volume up.
Next week I go to Duluth. You need your volume turned up?
Yeah, a little bit, please.
Oh, okay.
So, well, anyway, we're down here at Jana's Marketplace, and this is the place to be on a Saturday, Sunday morning. I mean, just wonderful food down here. Always made fresh in Jana's kitchen. They do a great job.
Don't you smell that food?
Yep. Come on down, have some pancakes, waffles, cheeseburger, Philly steak, whatever you'd like. Come on down. They'll make it up for you hot and fresh, and you can eat it here.
French toast.
Yep, French toast. Yep, you can eat it here and sit down and eat it hot, or you can take it to go, or they have excellent pre-portioned meals that you can take home and throw in the microwave at the office or home and have a delicious meal. And those prepackaged meals, folks, they're made right in Jana's kitchen too, and they're very, very good.
Yeah, I had some tater tot hot dish just the other day.
There you go. Yep. You know, I was thinking that you got a football game today. You're kind of running short on time. You could grab one of your tuna sandwiches that you favor down here.
Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And then
but my new favorite, I like the tuna fish. I like the turkey and cranberry bread.
Yep.
But my new favorite is their Italian. Oh man, is that good?
Ooh, Italian, kind of a sub style or what?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, they come up with different stuff down here and add new things to the menu every once in a while.
They have good chili here. I had some chili this last week.
And their wild rice soup. Oh, their wild rice soup is fantastic. So, folks, come on down to Jana's Marketplace and grab a meal or two or 8 and enjoy.
We're going to find out if this young lady, this cheerleader for the Faribault Falcons, is a food person.
Are you a foodie?
I am.
You are?
Okay.
Love food.
You love food, huh?
I do.
All right. Well, what's your name?
I'm Emma Wilson, and I'm a cheer captain for our Faribault cheer team.
And she's a sophomore. Is a captain a sophomore?
I am a sophomore.
Oh, you're an overachiever.
Yeah, I try. I try my best. I push through.
So do you have captains for each grade?
No. So our whole team has to vote in a captain. And we actually have 2. I'm one of them. And then we have a junior who is also a captain. And we got voted in by our team. So we're captains this year.
That's pretty honorable for a sophomore to get voted in as captain, isn't it?
It is. It was a really big achievement. And I was very happy.
You don't have any seniors on the team?
We do. We have 2 seniors.
I was just teasing.
Okay. So now cheerleading.
Mm-hmm.
Do sports have different cheerleaders, or is it, you know, kind of like mainly one cheerleading group for all sports?
We have cheer for football and basketball.
And that's what you're on?
I'm just doing football this year.
Oh, okay.
But I could have done basketball.
Okay. So it kind of rotates throughout the year a little bit?
It does. You have multiple options.
Okay.
Yep.
No hockey, huh?
No. That'd be a fun one, though. I think we should bring that in.
They were there. I remember hockey cheerleaders. They go out on skates.
Yeah?
So you got to be able to skate. Can you skate?
I cannot.
I'm guessing you wouldn't be a cheerleader for hockey then either.
Probably not.
Probably not. But, all right, so what do you really like about cheerleading?
I just love going out and seeing the crowd every Friday night for our Friday Night Lights, and watching our team do amazing throughout the year is always fun. This year we've done pretty good, so it's been fun to watch. It's fun to travel with our team and help hype them up, and that's just what I like about it. It just is exciting.
Do you travel on the same bus as the team, or does the cheerleaders travel separately?
No, we have our separate bus.
Okay.
But we all pretty much meet there at the same time.
Yeah.
So we get to the field at the same time.
How many are on? Okay, I got to ask the very basic question. Is this a team, a group? What do you call this?
We call it a team.
Team.
We're a
Okay.
team.
Okay. I just want to make sure I use the correct terminology. I don't want to offend you or anything.
No,
so.
we're a team. We're
Okay.
a family. We're all of the above. It doesn't matter.
Okay. How many team members are there?
I believe
For football?
12.
12. Wow.
Yeah.
A dozen?
Yeah.
You're pretty good, Gordy. What would they have if they had 13?
A baker's dozen.
There you go. Have to work on it for next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what goes into your practice and preparation?
Well, Mondays we work on making posters to support our team, and we hang them around the school so they can get hyped up for their game throughout the week. And then the rest of the week we go to practice and we just get ready and we practice our hardest so we're ready for our game.
So I don't get a chance, because I'm broadcasting the game, I don't get a chance to watch the cheerleaders very often. Do you guys do the flip up on the air and all that kind of stuff?
No, we don't do stunts. We want to try to bring it back, but just for now, since cheer's still newer as of a couple years ago, we have just stuck to chants.
What
And
do you
stuff.
mean newer as a couple of years ago? We've had cheerleaders as long as we've had high school sports.
No, there was a period of time where they lost.
really?
They didn't have cheerleaders. Yeah.
We did lose we did lose cheerleading for a while, but Lisa over here, Lisa Quimby, brought
Yeah,
it back.
she brought
about
it back,
5 years
Royal.
ago, I think. And it's still going strong, and we're getting a bunch of girls and just people in general, and it's fun.
So who is this person over here anyway?
Lisa Quimby is my coach, best coach I've had.
Wow.
And
You didn't pay her to say that.
I hope
did you?
she's not the only coach you've had.
she is.
Well, then of course she's the best.
She's the best. She's the sweetest. She's the kindest.
So she's the only
love
coach
her.
you've had, but she
Yeah.
is outstanding.
Yes.
Absolutely. Should we get some words from her?
I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should too.
So, Lisa, do you come up with the cheers? Do the kids get to come up with the cheers?
Actually, I was a cheerleader in high school. So some of the cheers we started with were some that I did in high school.
Sure.
And then the first year I brought it back, my daughter was also a cheerleader. So we created a lot of new cheers. And then throughout the years, we allow the cheerleaders themselves to create new cheers. So we'll come up with sayings and then we'll split them up into groups. They'll each go figure out some moves and then come back and work as a team to concise it down and put the two pieces together, and then they create new cheers. So it's kind of fun to see their creativity come out as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure you get fan favorites, right? You can tell by the crowd what cheers are popular and what cheers are not as popular.
Absolutely, especially with the student section. They have some fan favorites that the cheerleaders will go down and they'll ask for by name of the cheer. So that's always awesome when the fans in the student section gets involved. Initially, when we first came on board, there was a little dissension between the students and the new cheerleaders because it was something new. It hadn't been around for a few years, but they have just embraced this more and more every year. So that's great to see.
How could there be dissension? I mean, who wouldn't want people cheering for them?
Yeah, I don't know what there was. It was just we just had to win them over, and slowly we have, and each year it gets a little bit better, and the team does a wonderful job.
You have tryouts?
I do not have tryouts. What we do is we have like a sign-up day. We have them come, we teach them a few cheers, familiarize them with what the season would look like, that type of thing. Then they can decide if they want to commit or not commit. And then I pretty much take whoever wants to come out.
Okay.
Because I think it's a sport where not everybody is a basketball player or, a soccer player or a volleyball player, really aggressive type sports person, but they still want to be involved and support their school.
Well, I have to tell you, my high school, a couple of girls that were cheerleaders when I was in school were better athletes than the athletes that were playing.
Mm-hmm. Cheerleading is not an easy sport.
No, it's very athletic.
They practice hard. It's a lot of memory. It's a lot of body movement that they have to memorize. It's a lot of strength.
Cardiovascular,
Yes, absolutely. Yep. And we do some drills and workouts, fun things that we throw in the practices. So they do work really, really hard. It's not an easy sport. Some people think it's just students standing out there in front of the crowd and yelling and cheering, but there's a lot more that goes into it.
I have to be honest. I would rather be basketball than football for the weather reason.
Well, there is that. But, this year's been fantastic for weather
No, that's
as far
true.
as the football season has gone. But we've cheered in the snow. We've cheered in the rain. We've done it all. We're like the mailmen, right?
Yeah.
Rain,
Yep.
snow, sleet, or hail, we're out there.
And you
So
got to smile the whole time.
we're out there supporting the team. Yep, for sure.
Well, I'm going to ask Emma this question too, but no, I want your answer first, or also,
Okay,
or
go ahead.
But how much dance is there in cheerleading?
We have some 8-count dances that we do to some of the music that the band plays throughout,
Okay.
the game itself. A lot of it is counting just like dance because your movements are coordinating, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got a dance element, but not dance per se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you kind of agree with that? I mean,
Yeah, I do.
because it's rhythmic,
Yeah, a lot of it's mainly cheers, but we do have our 8 count, like Lisa said. And we don't really get to bring our 8 count out a lot unless it's like before the game where we're just warming up and practicing. But we do enjoy it. It's
You
one
have
of
a
our
favorite cheer?
favorites. Currently, my favorite cheer would probably be Cold in Here or
cold in here.
I don't know.
You- you-
HOTTOGO.
You're cheering outside, so it's cold in here.
It's
You got to explain this one.
okay. So it's actually from a movie called Bring It On, which is about cheerleading.
movie. Yep.
And we kind of just broke into groups and we created a cheer to it. It's a crowd fave. They love it. They brought it up before we did, and we had to surprise them on homecoming with it.
Cool.
So
How many times have you watched that movie?
I actually have never watched the movie.
Oh, okay.
And I have watched it millions of times.
It's actually some cheer homework that we were given by Lisa, and I never
Really?
completed the homework.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I
wow.
watched clips. I didn't watch the full movie.
Can you letter in cheerleading?
You can, and I have.
Great.
I personally have.
Awesome.
You should be able to cheer. I mean, letter. and
No,
cheer.
I agree. I just didn't know, but yeah, I
Did
completely
you
agree.
did you have that when you were a kid, Lisa?
Yeah, when I was a cheerleader, we lettered as well. The first year that we brought it back in 1819, we were a
In
club.
1819?
2018, 2019. Not
You're
1819.
You're not that old.
I was going to say you weathered yourself very well.
Yeah, thank you for that. No, when we brought it back in 2018, 2019, we came back as a club because it was too late to be a full-fledged sport that year.
Okay.
So the team did not letter that year.
Okay.
They only participated in cheer. But then that set
But move
the
ahead a
legwork.
century to 1920.
That set the legwork for the next years after, and now they are able to letter. Yes.
Awesome.
And there are certain criteria they need to meet to letter, and it takes a lot of work to get there, but they've all done really, really well. So
Anybody? You said you take anybody, right?
I do.
Are we
I
talking
will.
freshmen up? Or?
I will take. Yep. Anybody that's in the high school. I don't go down to the 7th, 8th grade because it's too hard to get them up to the high school for
Yeah.
practices. We practice 3:30 to 5 every day.
Every day, okay.
Yep, every day except for game days. And so it's too hard to get the younger students up to the high school to be involved. I know they probably could if their parents were willing to drive them, but I strictly just leave it 9 to 12.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Makes sense.
Something to look forward to.
Yep.
You had cheerleaders when you were a kid.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You see, a lot of schools don't have them nowadays.
Really? Huh. Well, that's too bad.
Well, the girls' athletics is
And funding.
growing big time,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? As I mentioned, I can think of 3 cheerleaders in my head right now. When I was in high school, those girls were better than some of the athletes on the floor.
Yeah.
Today, they probably would be on the floor, right, Lisa?
What's that?
Those athletes, they're being recruited to play the sport rather than cheer.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Don't you think? So if you were going to play a sport, what would you play?
I've never been a sport person, honestly, but cheer really spiked my interest, so I just joined it. I've
But
never been
that's kind of
sports.
odd to me because it's still cheering is very athletic
It
and
is.
but yet
I just
not a sports person.
I'm not.
You like dancing?
I used to be in dance. I danced for Studio of Stars from like age 4 to 11.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to cheer, and I'm still in cheer. So
Well, I'll
Great.
be darned.
So you're going to do football, but not the rest of the sports, or what?
No.
How come?
I don't know. It just doesn't pique my interest as much.
Okay.
And I don't know. Just cheering for football is my thing. I do go to the basketball games and watch them cheer. Sometimes I join in if they're like not as motivated, but I mainly just stick to football.
Okay. Lisa, how many do you expect to have for the basketball season?
Right now I have 5 committed out of the 12. A lot of the girls work during the winter or they join other activities. Like I have some that are maybe going to think about doing girls basketball. So that conflicts with the basketball season. So therefore some of them drop off. I will be putting out interest for anybody else that wants to join. And I do take girls, boys, any student that wants to be involved. I will take them grade 9 to 12.
And homeschooled or anything? I mean, as long as they're between
as long as they're within the
grade.
district, then they can be on the cheer team.
You folks still have a Freddie Falcon costume?
We do have a Freddie. We actually recruited a parent last week to be Freddie for the game. She was Freddie in high school.
Oh.
And so she asked if she could possibly come back, and that actually was Emma's mother.
Hopefully not the same uniform.
But I probably shouldn't say that out loud because Freddie is not supposed to be revealed.
That's right.
But anyway, we did have a
Uh-oh.
volunteer come in. Hopefully there's not any little kids listening to this station right now. We did it. Otherwise, I will step up and be Freddie from time to time. I have always wanted to get a student that will commit to being Freddie, but I have not found one yet that wants to do it.
That's hard to believe. Yeah, I would think there'd be somebody out there that would say, that sounds fun. I'm going to do that.
It is the funnest job on the cheer team because you can be as silly as you want to be and nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
It's really a fun thing. So if there are any students out there listening that want to be Freddie, come see me.
Perfect. You could be Freddie for the basketball season.
No, thank you.
Okay.
It's very hot in that costume.
Oh, especially indoors, I suppose.
We have had a couple people throughout our football season this year try the Freddie suit on, and they just weren't like very into it, and it made them very nervous. So we never really had Freddie until our game on Wednesday.
Is it hard to see outside the Freddie costume? Do you know?
I have had the Freddie head on once. It is kind of difficult to see.
Oh, so if you can't see what you're doing, that'd be tough.
I mean, you're pretty prone to tripping, especially when you got the feet on.
Oh, yeah.
You got to
right.
have the whole costume on.
Down goes Freddie. Goes Freddie.
Yeah.
And then I can see myself in the costume. I'd be laying there like a turtle on its back. I can't get up. Help.
Yeah.
So you got future plans? I know you're a sophomore, so you're just trying to get through high school, but what do you think you might want to do when you become an adult?
Well, I do really want to go to college to become a NICU nurse, to work with babies.
Oh,
And
very admirable.
that's plan A.
Very
Plan
cool.
B is to go to cosmetology school and become a hairstylist.
Okay.
Well, there's a couple of different careers. there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all right, though. You can have options. And
Well, one is less school than the other.
yeah, that's a
Are
lot
you a
less.
school person?
I am not. I try my best though to just work through it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you want to or not. You have to do it. So got to
part
stay
of that
motivated.
Discipline. So, Lisa, what do you think you got out of cheerleading when you were a kid? I mean, obviously you enjoyed it or you wouldn't have brought it back.
Oh, yeah, I love cheerleading. A lot of it was the camaraderie, not only between the team that you were initially involved with, but also the connection between the football team themselves and the cheerleaders. When I was in high school, it was a really, really tight connection. Hopefully we're getting some of that back as
Okay.
we move forward. Yeah, high school was a different atmosphere for cheerleaders than it is today. Cheerleaders were pretty well respected, and what's that, Emma? Did you have something to say?
My mom told me that when she was in high school, the cheerleaders were considered the popular kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Our homecoming queens were always cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Guilty. I was homecoming queen as well.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but we really had a tight-knit group. The camaraderie, like she said, we are like a family. And I try to instill that in our team now, that we're a family. We have to support each other. We have our good days, we have our bad days, but we're still there for each other. So.
How important is chemistry in this sport?
Very. If you don't have a good relationship, you're kind of just doesn't sit with you right. So all of us just get along the best of our abilities, and we just have fun.
Good camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to coordinate, right? You mean when you got your arm out, everybody else has to have your arm out? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And in near perfect synchronization. I say
that's-
near perfect, but it's perfect.
Yeah, and that's why they rehearse.
Yeah, it is. If we're not all together, our cheer looks off, and we get questions after the game from people in the stands. They're like, "Are you guys doing okay? Why?" Like, so we work on it, and we try to have arms straight, or else it just doesn't look right.
I got a question for Lisa here now.
Okay.
Your coach, what do you?
Yes, I'm a coach.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have rules that the cheerleaders and the players of that sport can't date?
I do not have that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, I know in some way,
Yeah, no, I do not
Okay.
put anything like that on their personal life. I just have rules and things that they need to follow while on the cheer team, but their personal life is their personal life, and I totally respect that. So,
Oh, well, because some.
yep.
I think the NFL
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah, there is that fraternization or whatever
Yeah.
that they frown upon, but no, we don't do that.
All right. Just an obvious question. To me, it was an obvious question.
Well,
I mean,
the football
yeah.
players are happy about that, and I'm sure the cheerleaders are too.
it's a big part of high school. It's one of the funnest things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, so what are you going to do then in your off season? I mean, what's going to take up your time?
I really enjoy working. So when I'm not cheering, I'm working.
Oh, where do you work?
I actually work down by Hy-Vee at Hot, the tanning salon
Oh,
in
yeah.
town.
Yep.
I have a seasonal job there,
Okay.
and so I do work
They
there.
they just had an open house for their new location,
They
and
did.
I went through there. Very, very impressed with the way they set that up and everything. It was very cool.
Yeah, it's very. When I started working there, it was nothing like that.
Yeah.
We were still a pretty big mess, but now it is
No, wait a minute.
beautiful.
Wait a minute. Now. You're only a sophomore. How long have you been working?
I worked there last season,
Okay.
and just throughout, over the summer, they accomplished a lot in their building.
Yeah, I was very impressed with the way they set that up and everything. But so, how often do you tan?
I don't.
You don't?
legally cannot. So
What?
you have to be 18 or older.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the state of Minnesota.
Really?
I can self tan though. Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
I didn't either.
There's an age restriction on tanning.
Have you ever tanned? I mean, in
No.
a tanning bed.
No. I'm pasty white, and all I do is burn over and over and over
I
again.
got German skin, and I don't tan.
No,
either.
I mean, this is as tan as I ever get, and I'm pasty.
Do you lay out and tan?
I do during the summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
When she should be practicing cheerleading, right?
That's at the end of summer.
Oh, okay.
Royal, don't try and get her in trouble here. She won't want to come back.
Oh no, I will always come back, especially if Lisa is my coach. I
Wow.
love her.
Wow.
Would you say that if she wasn't standing a foot and a half away from you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. She's a pretty nice lady, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah, she is.
Very
I love
cool.
all of them as well. They're like my own children by the end of the season. So
You guys do fun things together, like go out and eat and all that stuff?
Not necessarily go out. We do have a lot of practices since it's towards the end of the season. We're not practicing as much because we have most of our cheers down. So sometimes we bring in treats for each other, like cupcakes. We had a birthday like 2 weeks ago, and we brought in a whole cake and we ate it as a group. So we kind of just sit and bond instead of going out to eat because that's more money.
The other positive of cheerleading, Royal,
Bonding time?
burning calories.
Well, yeah.
You can eat what
you
you
can
want
eat
to.
cake.
Yeah.
You can have your cake and eat it too,
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause
Where
you-
else can you do that?
because you're going to burn it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Not a lot of downtime in cheering, is there? I mean, it's not a continuous activity like for the whole football game, but not a lot of downtime, is there?
No, not really. We have weekend downtime, and even then, we're still communicating with each other because we just miss each other.
Well, I mean,
During
like
the
during a game.
During the game? Oh,
Yeah.
no, we only have halftime.
Yeah.
That's like.
You mean you're constantly cheering from the time you start to the time it ends?
Yep.
Almost, yeah.
Halftime is our only break.
Wow.
Yep.
You are a taskmaster, Lisa.
Wow. Yeah.
It's fine. It's definitely fun to do. It doesn't really affect us. I mean, we're tired by the end, but that's okay. It means we worked our butts off.
Yeah.
You're in shape. Means you get a good night's sleep.
Indeed.
Nothing wrong with that either.
No, absolutely not. No. Well, this is really cool. I'm so happy you came in.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is
Appreciate
awesome.
Lisa for arranging this.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Will you bring somebody back during the basketball or wrestling season
We'll
or
try
what?
to do
You know.
that as well.
Do you have wrestling cheerleaders?
We do not have wrestling.
See,
When
they
I was
used to
in high
be.
school. We had wrestling,
Oh, yeah.
hockey, football, and basketball.
And wrestling was the easy one because you just sat by the mat and
Yep.
pounded the
Patted
pillows.
on the mat. Yep. Sat on your pillow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only me coaching, so I don't have any assistants or anything like that. So it's hard to spread my time amongst
Sure.
all of the sports. I'd be at the school every night of the week. So
You're a busy lady too,
we're doing
huh?
football, basketball, and we'll see how that goes. And if we can add something on later, we'll see how it goes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it never caught on for baseball or anything like that. I don't ever remember cheerleaders in baseball.
No, we didn't have them for bowling either. Discrimination, I tell you.
You could start it, brother. You could start it.
Yeah. Darn it.
Would you like me to start?
Yes.
R-I-K-E, throw that strike.
Perfect. Perfect. That would be awesome. I was a bowler, so
Yeah.
I feel cheated though because I never had cheerleaders.
Well, now is your time.
It's past my time. It's so far past my time. All right. Well, we've got just a minute or so left. So,
Okay.
what haven't we asked you about, or what haven't you told us about? Tough question, I know.
I have no answer to that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, have a great rest of the year.
Thank you. I will.
Enjoy your work as well as your cheerleading.
Oh, I will try.
You got a playoff game next Saturday. You get to go to Cass and Manorville Cam Telecom Stadium
Yep, we do.
in the afternoon, which is not good for us, but
Yeah.
the way it goes.
Yep. The way it goes. So,
Yep.
Well, thank you very much for coming in, Lisa.
course.
Bring somebody back, during the next season, and that'd be awesome.
Well, thank you for
So-
having me.
Yeah.
Well, thank
thanks
you for coming in. This is awesome. I appreciate
All
this
right.
because it's something new, like we are an activity-based program, not just sports. We're an
Absolutely.
activity-based.
No, robotics, you name it. Theater.
Yeah, theater. I'm really hoping that one of those young ladies from last week comes in and talks
Knowledge
theater.
bowl, math team, you name it.
Yeah.
I want to talk to them.
Yeah, if you got a kid, a grandkid, a niece, nephew, neighbor,
Chess club.
send them in. We'll talk about any activity of high school related.
Do you
So-
have a chess club at high school?
I believe we do.
Oh, see, chess club.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, I am Royal Ross with Trek Properties. We are formerly known as G&H Management. Now we are Trek Properties, located in beautiful downtown Faribault, right across the street from the post office. Full service real estate firm, doing sales, leasing of commercial property, leasing of and management of residential rentals, homeowner association management, and we now have a storage management division. So you can buy a house, you can rent a house, you can rent storage, or we can lease you some commercial or sell you some commercial property. So full service all the way around. So feel free to give us a call. In Faribault, we have a huge footprint. I know myself, I work all the way from Bloomington to Madison Lake. So we have a big footprint, and we'd invite you to call us at 507-334-3499 if you need any assistance in real estate at all. So thank you to Emma and Lisa for coming in. It was a wonderful